All right, guys, here we go. This is, I think, the second match of our Champions League experience. We are on the road here against Real Madrid, and this is coming fast and furious. I know that it looks like we're doing really well with all these wins in a row. The truth is that our squad is starting to become decimated. We have a number of players who are injured. I'm sorry, this is our third match in the Champions League. So, but we have a bunch of players who are injured, and we're kind of having a hard time. Real Madrid haven't gotten a single point so far from Champions League competition. So maybe this won't be as bad as I was fearing. I don't know. We'll find out. Monseglio to Edwards. Edwards lumps this forward looking for Sancho, and it's not quite good enough. You can see we have Rashford and Ronaldo on the bench despite injuries. We're probably not going to play them, but that's just sort of the way this is. Good job by Eriksen, but unfortunately he's unable to maintain possession, and then we win it out in the back. Edwards now over to Mount. Off to Giggs. Here comes Giggs, left side, over to Pele. That's a very un-Pele-like shot, and we need to get him to figure out how to get that one down a little bit. That was good positioning, but he hurried the shot a little bit too much. Mount now over to Giggs again. Look at how much space Ryan Giggs has. And he lumps this forward looking for Pele. Can't find him. It's over to Bobby Charlton. He's passing back to Sancho, and there's the shot finally, and it is saved. So what you can see for, say, Sancho, when he plays that wing-back role, it's just like he's a normal attacking winger, except he's got a little bit more defensive duty. That's all he's got to really worry about. And that header's not really bothering anybody, so no problem with that one. Here's Lev Yashin with the ball over to Giggs again. Everything going on the left side to Mount, back to Bauer. We'll set it up again. Bauer up to Eriksen. Eriksen forward looking for Charlton and cannot find him. And now we have to run back, and we are able to save it there. And Charlton knocks this forward to Sancho, who's wide open. We're giving them a lot of problems with this setup. Here's Giggs, who's going to cross again. And Mason Mount probably should have run over and at least given the keeper something to think about, but instead he decided to play back a little bit, and it was a little too easy, I think, at least. And we have allowed them to win the ball here in midfield, and oh, that should have been a goal. That should have been a goal for Real Madrid. I'm not sure how they missed that one. I mean, you just look at him coming down and you're thinking, here it comes. And it was a great cross, and he had nobody in front of him whatsoever, and he had nothing but net in front of him, and he kicked it. So still 0-0, and this is why Real Madrid have not had a point yet in Champions League competition. You have to score a goal when you're in that position. They also managed to miss another one here off of a free kick in a very, very good position. You can see it's Raul with the ball, and I mean, he's just wide open. And I'm not sure, he's trying to put it into a really small space instead of using the net that's right in front of him. I don't understand what he's trying to do. Now let's see if we can see this one off again, and we do. So we have survived the big push by Real Madrid to score a goal. Giggs throws into Bauer now to Monseglio. Monseglio down to Giggs. He passes back to Bauer. Bauer looks forward for Pele. It's not a particularly good pass. And unfortunately, it's kind of hard to score when you can't really get the ball to your superstar. There's Vini Junior again, and we're able to save that one. Lev Yashin does a very good job. So we've been a little bit behind the eight ball multiple times here in this match, but we keep running forward, and I think that we're doing a fairly good job. I do think, though, that this match calls for Maradona, and I think we're going to put him on here at halftime. I think that's the idea. We're probably going to take Mason Mount off since he's having kind of a poor showing today. And we'll see if putting Maradona on can make a difference for us and get us some sort of goal. Yashin is able to jump up and grab this ball before anything crazy happens. We're about 40 minutes in so far. We're doing well in terms of the group, and so we do definitely hope that we can get, the best would be to get a win so we can get the money and eventually be able to move forward onto the knockout stages. And then go as far as we possibly can. In that, Yashin with an incredible save. Man, what a save on that one. And so we are going to go to halftime here scoreless, I believe, unless something crazy happens here. Here's Eriksen with the corner. Remember, I haven't done anything at all with corners, haven't set anything up at all, and it kind of showed there. Mason Mount now wins this ball back very, very easily and runs up a little bit and runs back over to Bauer. Bauer up to Pele, to Eriksen, and that's a shot from range that was okay. It was kind of well thought out, but not really what we needed right there. And so we go into halftime scoreless, and do it for the fans or whatever. Guys, go out and do well. Mason Mount having a poor match, so on comes Maradona, And I don't think anybody else needs to be changed. I'm not seeing anything that's really distressing to me. So we make the one move. We'll see if Diego can come on and do something spectacular here in the second half. Or at the very least, if we can prevent ourselves from giving up a goal. Eriksson knocks this free kick over, and it is headed back, so nothing happens there. Here is Bellingham now. Is this Jude Bellingham? And Giggs barely able to keep up with him, and then in the end he is able to deflect that so that it's an easy save for Lev Yashin. And we get the ball back, and that is the end of the highlight. So we're doing all right. We're still keeping up with them, sort of. And here is Real Madrid again with another attack. And we're going to have to watch out for that shot. Man, that was a great shot by Bellingham, and that was a great save by our keeper. So we're able to prevent that one from going in. Now let's see if we can keep this corner from going in as well. And it is headed out. You can see the yellow names are for the yellow cards that all of our defenders have seen so far. And that's the kind of match it's been. And though Real Madrid's piling on the pressure, we haven't quite bent all the way yet. So let's see what we can do and see if we can push this forward a little bit more. A number of poor matches so far from a number of our players. Which has me concerned. It always has me concerned. Of course, we're playing against like a supercharged team of legends. But so it is. And Rodrigo is fouled by Bauer, and that was a ridiculous foul. I'm not sure what he was doing. Where was Lev Yashin? Why is he looking when the ball's behind him? Why is he looking the other way? And they're going to give him a penalty, and I think that was pretty obvious because he was pulled back and prevented from being able to tap that ball into the empty goal. And here is the penalty kick, and it's in for a goal, and we are down 1-0. So we need to do a little bit better here, guys. This is not acceptable, and so we go about demanding more. We're about to make a couple of changes here again. So it's unfortunate, and we're looking at some pretty poor matches. You can see that Bauer especially going to get a fine, and I'm starting to wonder if I wasn't a little bit too hasty in signing him. He has not been very, very good this season. Here's Giggs, and he's not quite able to get one over. We're going to make the changes now. Bauer is going to come off. He's about to face a fine for this, probably no matter what happens. Pele is having a really, really poor match. We're going to take Eriksson off and put on Casemiro, and I think Pele, believe it or not, is going to come off as well. We'll put on Bruno Fernandes, and so it's possible we may have overplayed Pele a little bit. That might be what's going on, but he's played pretty poorly in this one. Looks like he's just not there. And whatever we did, it caused that corner to not be shown on camera, which is not a great sign. So maybe it's a good thing we didn't see whatever ugly thing it was that we were just about to do. And the players that have come on look like they are feeling frustrated, can't quite keep up with the pace. And I think really what's going on is there's a lot of fatigue because we've had a lot of these matches just one after another. Rotation has been there, but I mean, it's been a lot of like 2 matches a week for 5-6 weeks straight. So, yeah, so it is. We, I think, are going to wind up losing this match in the end. And as I said, the fines are going to start coming out because we should have at least drawn this one. They had no points in this group, and we have a better squad. And so whether it's at home or not doesn't really matter to me. We should have played better than this. This has been awful. So that does include Pele, by the way, who will receive a 1-week fine. So we'll see how he responds to his fine, and that puts it away. Fran Garcia ends up scoring, and that was pretty poor by our defense. So the fines are going to come. Our winning streak has been broken, and now we really have to ask ourselves if it was worth putting the club in this much debt for a team that is struggling like this. I mean, this is pretty bad. That was really poor from Lev Yashin, but Fran Garcia should not have been that wide open. And this is just about the end. Here's De Vici with it over to Edwards, back to De Vici, knocks it forward looking for Fernandes, can't find him, and that's the end. So there it is, and we've lost this match. They killed us in XG. We had a little bit more possession, but we did nothing with it. We kept it all in our own half, and there you go. I'll talk to you again tomorrow after I make these fines. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.